Alright, Goodfellas RC Club back at you again with another video. This one's going to be on the Axial Spawn, as you can see. I wouldn't really call this a review or an unboxing, just kind of a first impression, a couple things I'm looking to change on it. Just like all Axial products, or most of them that I know of, they all come with this standard 2.4 gigahertz controller. It's got your throttle trims and steering trims under the door. Everybody has seen those. It does, for an RTR, it's ready to go out of the box. It does come with some extra helmets. Looks like some drive shafts pieces. Some other miscellaneous shot parts. Looks like some servo pieces. So they packaged up in the box a bunch of extra pieces. Got your bind plug, your antenna tube, tire tool, which is always nice to have. I got plenty of those laying around. Alright, so this is the Axial Wraith Spawn, and it's an RTR kit only. There is no kit, it's RTR only. First impressions out of it, if you look at all the pictures in the boxes and in the magazines, it looks a lot more white than it actually is. This body, I mean, I'm looking at it right now and it's gray. There's no white to it. It's full on gray. I mean, I don't know if that shows up in the camera, but that's white, that's gray. I've seen it posted, it's an off-white, but I'm just straight telling you that's gray. Comes with your method wheels with the bead, they call them bead locks. I guess they are in a way bead locks. 2.2 Ripsaw tires on it. It's the soft compound. They're real sticky. You can almost hear it squeak on my fingers. You all know what a Wraith is. This is pretty much an actual Wraith. I mean, there's nothing really a whole lot different between the Spawn and your normal Wraith. One major thing that's different is the interior on it. There is no seats. This one's kind of like the Yeti. It's got just a molded in body. Your guys in here, it's just a screw in piece. So I mean, it's a Wraith minus panels. They put a new body on it, and I really like the body. It's not a licensed body, so it makes the kit, the RTR, a little cheaper not being licensed. So let's get into a few things I don't really care for on this. One of them is this body being screwed on. It's got 4 screws, one here, here, and then 2 on the other side that hold that body on. That I will be removing and replacing it with a strip with some Velcro on it. I don't want to be having to take that body on and off to get to the battery, because I plan on taking this battery mount back here and doing the front battery mod on it like just about everybody does. And therefore I'll need to be able to have easier access to this and having to pull 4 screws out of it every time I want to change a battery. So my plan is to get some flat aluminum strip, run it across here, use these 2 holes to hold the metal on, and put me a strip of Velcro down the sides on both sides. And that should, when I lower that body on there, I should be able to pull these out and just stick it to it, and it should hold just fine. It's held on numerous other RCs that I've done that with. So that shouldn't be a problem. Next thing I don't like on this, as always, Axial, come on. I mean, at least give us a Dean's connector on it. No, I have absolutely no batteries in-house that have a Tamiya plug on it. So here in a little while, all my stuff is Traxxas plugs. So here in a little while, I'll be cutting that off and resoldering a plug on. I mean, every Axial product I've had to do that with, unless I've got it used and somebody's already done it for me. So that's a no-no for me. It's just a pain in the butt. It shouldn't be like that. They should put a Dean's connector or something on it that's more used. This is number 2 thing I don't like on here is the way they got this ESC mounted. As you can see, it just wobbles around in there. I don't know if you can see it from the bottom, but let's see if I can get that to sit there and maybe get my camera to zoom in on it. There we go. Right there, there's actually a on-off switch right here, which is kind of a pain to get to. I'm not really sure why they mounted it like that. And it's this whole plate that this ESC is mounted on. If I can get that closer, maybe give you a better view. That whole ESC that it's mounted on, that plate, it's held on with this one screw down here at the bottom, and it just allows that just to flip-flop in there. And I'm just not a fan of that. I mean, that's just kind of crappy. I mean, if I'm bouncing across the rocks and stuff, I don't want this thing flip-flopping around in here like crazy. So that's going to be finding a new position and a new home. It's probably going to go back here where the battery tray is. This receiver box, I'm yanking it. It's coming back here to the back. When I move this battery up here to the front, that'll empty up this whole front end up here, and I'll probably put a servo style winch in there instead of buying a regular winch. I mean, I've got a perfectly good waterproof servo here that I'm not going to use, so I'll open it up, do the mod on it, mount it in here, and use it as my winch. What else is there? Everything else on here is, I mean, it's typical fashion. It's sturdy, solid. Other than, like I said, changing this plug out, moving this ESC, moving the receiver box so I got more room up front when I do this mod. Because I've seen a lot of people, when they put this battery up here in the front, they end up cutting the front of this off or something. I don't want to take away from the waterproofing of it, so I'm going to move it to the back. That is another thing. This is the new AE5 ESC, so it's all waterproof. First impressions of it, I like the truck. I think it's going to look really good when I get done with it. Other than a few little things I'm going to adjust on it, and then I'm going to go beat the crap out of it, see if it can hold up. If it's like the other race, it ought to do pretty good. These tires here, I'm probably going to change them out. I got a pair of mudslingers off of one of the other good fellas out of the club. Bought them off of him a couple weeks back prior because I knew I was going to be getting this. I'm actually thinking about maybe just swapping tires and leaving the rims, or putting the ripsaws on these rims, because I kind of like the taller tire. It gives my pumpkins a little bit more room to clear. But that's that. I mean, that's the new Wraith Spawn out of the box. Everything on it's pretty good. It's got a decent amount of flex to it. I mean, considering the wheels ain't weighted or nothing, that's a good 6 inches. So I'm really looking forward to running this. As always, guys, hope you enjoyed the little video. I know it wasn't much information on it, but I mean, everybody's got a Wraith already, so there ain't a whole lot you can say about them that hasn't already been said to everybody else. So you guys take it easy. I'm going to get to work on this and start putting some parts together on it.